Hey Sag, how are you guys doing? We haven't talked since the Leo eclipse in August, but I'm here in September, Pisces Priestess, to give you a very unique light and dark version of a tarot reading. Yeah, so I know you're probably really excited to hear about that, huh, Sag? But don't worry. I think it's very beneficial and very important to get both the messages from the light and the dark. Sag, you are a very beautiful and light sign, okay? You're a fire sign and you're very, very light. But there are only certain things that the light can reveal to us, okay? So Pisces Priestess is here this month to give you both ends of the spectrum, okay? Because I've been on a very personal journey of my own with the light and the dark, and I have learned that it is very important to, honor both ends of the light and the dark. Very, very important. The dark is not bad, and the light is not good. Okay, I've learned that myself. I lived so much of my life wasting time trying to be all good and all light and all one thing. No, we're all light and dark. We're all masculine and feminine, and it's society and dark energies. It's bad energies that it's just the way the world is set up. But I thought it would be a really good idea to bring out the light and the dark after this Leo eclipse. Our whole universe just went through a light and dark transformation. So, as us being reflections of the universe, we are definitely going through our own transformation as individuals with the light and the dark as well. So, I have my Indigo Angel deck to give you certain information from the angels. And then to keep it fair, keep it balanced, I have I have the House of the Wisdom of the Night oracle cards to give you, anything that the light couldn't touch on, it'll be touched on in the dark. So, I'm a Pisces and Virgo is my opposite sign. Sagittarius, your opposite sign is Gemini. So if you know any Geminis, you might know what I mean. How, it's pretty much balanced and have a great old time with your opposite sign. But at the same time, they're like so different from you. So Virgo is very different from me. Virgo is very like structured and organized and stuff like that. And I'm not. I just like to kind of go with the flow. So, I'm doing these readings a little bit differently to kind of work with that Virgo energy. So I have a few details for you about the month of September, but for the most part, I'm just going to strive to be a Pisces and, get creative with this kind of stuff. So in September, today is a very important day. I'm having these videos uploaded later tonight, but today's September 5th, and Mercury went direct. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And there's going to be a Pisces full moon tomorrow, okay? Very, very, very important because Pisces and Sagittarius are planetary siblings. So you guys are my brothers and sisters, kind of. And we both share Jupiter. So Jupiter is also involved in this. And speaking of Jupiter, Jupiter, your ruling planet, will be moving out of Libra and moving into Scorpio on October 10th. So that's something to look forward to. Also, everyone's luck is going to change because of that. So yeah, and so since we had a Mercury retrograde, which is going back into the past and time traveling basically to fix things, and it's kind of like the universe just pauses for a minute and moves backwards. So I thought it'd be really fun and insightful to get a past, present, and future reading. So these cards are kind of big, Sagittarius. Weird. I almost called you Gemini. What does that mean for some of you? Are some of you with Geminis? I'm not sure. It could just mean that I'm delusional and not focused. But yeah. I have three. I already did your reading, Sagittarius, because I didn't want to take forever shuffling. These cards are bigger than my regular tarot cards. So whereas all my other videos, I shuffle right on camera and I'm able to get the messages out pretty quickly, I know better than to do that with these cards, at least until I work with them a little bit more and things like that. So to save a little bit of time, I just meditated before your reading and I let the cards come out. And I have your reading already. So we're just going to jump right into it and start. So remember that this is past, present, and future, Sagittarius. And the past can mean a year ago, yesterday, an hour ago, and the present is right now. The future could be tomorrow, 2 years in the future, 3 days, and an hour. So it's up to you. You're really going to have to use your own intuition when it comes to this kind of stuff as well. So the angels have revealed to me, we're going to start with the light. Okay, we have 3 light cards, past, present, and future. And then we have 3 dark cards, past, present, and future, and they're going to coexist with each other or correlate. So the angels have revealed to me that there was something you already knew, Sagittarius, in your past. Sag, you are so fucking magical and you are just so amazing, okay? You are a portal. And there are certain things that you just know because you're ruled by Jupiter, okay? Jupiter knows everything. Jupiter is like the higher knowledge that we all seek, it's the higher philosophy of thinking. So, you already knew Sagittarius and you already know what you knew. So it's kind of weird to talk to you about this, but just keep it, just kind of think about anything that you knew and that you already knew it, okay? You know how you feel when you just thought something? This is an intuition kind of card. You already know. Someone who already knows things, like I'm kind of someone like that as a Jupiter person too. My Jupiter is in Sagittarius, so I do already know a lot of things. And it gets annoying sometimes because, like, if I don't trust my intuition and I do something when I literally already knew that was not going to go good, I kick myself in the ass for it, you know what I mean? So I'm not sure if you can relate to that. But there's something in your future kind of like that where it doesn't have to be bad, it's just something that you already knew. And that was in your past. I'm sorry, I think I said future. But in your past, there was something you already knew. So it was kind of like a psychic thing. It was like prophetic, like a prophecy or something like that. You knew something about somebody, a person, place, or thing. Who knows what it is for you, Sagittarius? It could be so many different things, but you already knew. But let's get a little further into your reading because I have a feeling that it'll make sense as we go. In your present moment, we have you are understood, and that is so beautiful to come up for Sagittarius because I know Sagittarius is kind of insecure sometimes. And you're so magical that you just don't feel like you're a part of this planet. You're the ninth house of philosophy and higher learning. So, Sag, you can feel pretty misunderstood sometimes. But the angels are showing you that they understand you. And they are sending you understanding, love, and compassion, and light, and prosperity in your present moment. You see what I mean? And we have this beautiful unicorn. I almost said horse. And in most of these cards, they're horses. But Sagittarius is just so unique and interesting that they have a unicorn horse. So that's what I mean by mystical creatures in mythology and stuff like that. Sagittarius, that is all your energy. And I just want you to know that even though you're smarter than certain people or that you have a higher capacity of learning and philosophy, things like that, I don't want you to worry about that because you're always understood. Like the angels are telling me that. That's what I see in the cards. So you already knew something in the past and you are understood in your future, in your present as well. So in your future, let's dive into Sagittarius's future, or more so jump into the future if you're this angel on this card. So we have freedom coming up for you in the future. What this means to me, Sagittarius, is that in the future you're going to be feeling more free. And if not that, some Sagittariuses who refuse to let go of certain things and release certain things that are no longer serving them, they're going to really want to feel free. Okay, we are in an angel season. Like Virgo is an angel. Virgo is in Libra is our archangels. So for the next few months, we are going to be under this Virgo, Libra, archangel realm. The angels are literally walking earth right now. So if you're seeing intuition or if you're seeing like numbers, like right now the clock says 6:09, that's interesting to me. 6 is upside, so basically if you turned 6:09 upside down, it's still 6:09. So that's kind of an intuitive thing. So, the angels are showing people synchronicities like 222, 333, 444, 666, 1111. If you're seeing that, Sagittarius, it's because the angels are very close to you. So the angels are asking you, you're going to be asked in your future, anytime in your future, anytime in the whole month of September, you're really going to be asked to let some things go. And I know how hard that can be. And I'm not sure what it might be for you. Okay, this might be why what you already know. This might be why you're being so understood, because sometimes when we don't feel misunderstood, we are hanging around people who make us feel falsely understood, or we latch on to people because we don't want to be even more misunderstood. That doesn't sound like freedom to me. So make sure you're letting go this month, Sagittarius, and make sure you're free and you're flying in your light. Okay, this could be astral travel as well. Freedom in the spiritual realm, freedom in the physical realm, freedom at work, freedom in your relationships. Sagittarius, in your future, you can't be held down. People can't be trying to hold you down, and I think Libra got this card as well. So whatever that might mean for some of you, but no, you are not going to be. Look at how free this woman looks and feels. You know what I mean? So, you know, people and places and things that are holding you down, whether it's a living situation or a job or a friend or a boyfriend or a girlfriend, Sagittarius, if it's making you feel weighed down, then you're going to have to jump ship. So this card does talk about releasing negativity, and talks about letting things go. So freedom's going to come up for you in your future, Sagittarius. It's either you feeling free or wanting to feel free or setting other things free, but freedom is definitely going to be a topic and a feeling that visits you in the future. And I believe that this has to do with the angels. Angels are very free. They're very free flowing and they can fly. This is a lot of F's. But yeah, freedom. Freedom. Okay, so that was the light. Okay, and we will come back to this and kind of wrap it all around. But let's move on into the night, to the dark messages. Sagittarius. I keep wanting to say Gemini. That's interesting. What that means to me, that I keep almost saying Gemini, not to give you an excuse or anything, but I think everything I do is a sign. Because as soon as I start recording these videos, whatever sign I'm talking to, their energy is like pretty much not taking over me, but I'm very much in alignment with their energy. So maybe some of you are with Geminis, or no, that's not what I meant. I think some of you are, since this is light and dark, you know, Gemini and Sagittarius, that's light and dark. Virgo and Pisces are light and dark as well. So interesting. You may be learning from your opposite is what I'm trying to say. But let's move on to these messages. So for the darkness, don't be afraid, Sagittarius. These are very important messages for you. For the past, we had summon. Okay, this card has not come up for anyone yet. And this is a very magical card. So Sagittarius, you may have summoned something in the past. You may have done a ritual. You may have been into magical things. Some of the Sagittarius is watching my videos have literally summoned things. And that's okay. She's summoning her own energy. She's summoning something that looks light. You know what I mean? And it's up to you guys. I don't know if you're summoning bad stuff or good stuff, but there was a summonation. Okay, there was a summoning, I meant to say. Somebody is summoning. And what does it mean to summon something? It means to call upon it and create it. So I feel that Sagittarius is in a creative position, and this is in your past, so this has already been done. This may have been something that was summoned for you if you're not a Sagittarius who's into summoning energies, because most of you are. Most of Sagittarius I know are witches and magical fairies. Okay, so something was summoned in your past, and I think it's going to come to fruition in your present, in your future. So just keep that in mind, Sagittarius, that there's a definite energy summoning for you. And you know, for some of you, you summoned it yourself, but this is a woman who does have the power to summon. So maybe that's what I'm led to tell you guys this month, is that with all this magical angel power, like, you can literally summon anything that you need. Okay, you can summon anything, any energy that you need. And that was in your past. Okay, and for your present, we have cycles. I really wanted this card to come up more this month. I like this card, but you got it, Sagittarius, and I'm happy that you have it. So this is your present moment. So what this tells me is that Sagittarius is going through cycles. And that's okay, because cycles are what life is about. And, you know, it's weird. We have the different phases of the moon. We definitely have a full moon on this picture. So, you know, you may be getting ready to come full cycle into something, because the moon is full tomorrow. You know, the next full moon will be in Aries, your sister sign. So, you know, I don't know if all you Sagittariuses keep up with the lunar cycles. I do. The moon is in Pisces right now. So there's something coming to full cycle with you, Sagittarius. And I feel like when things come to a full cycle, that we have the full answer to something, or we have full clarity or understanding of why something had to happen. Cycles can be very long. You know what I'm saying? Cycles can be very up and down and all over the place. So you may be feeling a little bit like that. And just know that the angels see that, okay? Because this came up for your present card. So I'm reading these cards and I'm seeing the imagery and the intuitive feelings that I'm getting. And I'm seeing that Sagittarius is definitely going through a lot of changes in cycles. So ups and downs, backs and forth, you know what I mean? So you may seem a little crazy and it may seem a little intense right now because this is your present moment. And just know that certain cycles are meant to happen. You know, we go through certain cycles in life to fully understand things, okay, to come full circle with something. So definitely have cycle, and it's number 37 for whatever that may mean to some of you guys. Whoops. Let's see. 7 plus 3 is 10. So that's weird. And I say that because, you know, it's 73. So 7 plus 3 is 10. And 10 is a completed number because it's 5 twice. So there's something coming into completion for you, Sagittarius, right now. Soon after you watch this video, in September. That's what the present moment means. The past in these readings could be August or Leo season. The present could be all of September or just right now. The future could be tomorrow, the next day, 3 weeks from now, a month, or October, whatever. But I see cycle as your present moment. And I see that you've been going through these kind of cycles for a really long time. Maybe some of you have felt in a loop or stuck. And I think that that's going to end for you because I feel a very completed energy with the number 10, with the number 73, I should say. So whatever that may mean to some of you Sagittarius is just know that it's in divine order. You know what I mean? Some of you may even have summoned these cycles. You never know. So let's hop into your future, Sagittarius. We have risk. And Scorpio also got this card. So there may be certain zodiac signs being called to take a risk in this Pisces full moon energy. Because to take a risk is to not know, you know what I mean? And it's interesting that you had cycle, okay? Because sometimes going in cycles can be risky as well. It can be risky not to learn the things that we're supposed to learn, okay? This lady is very, very close to the edge, and she is just completely surrendering. She is not scared. She is completely letting go under the light of a full moon. And she's about to jump, and she's not really afraid if there's a trampoline or a strong man to catch her or a stack of pillows, whatever. She's just going to jump, okay? She's just going to make that jump, and she's going to do it proudly. And he or she, for the men and women watching here. Sagittarius, you are being asked to take a risk in your future, okay? You're being asked to take a risk, and I think that's very important for you guys. It's up to you what that means. It's going to be different for all Sagittariuses, but you are definitely going to be doing some risk taking in September, maybe even early October. But I have a feeling that these risks are important, and I have a feeling that they're actually meaningful to your life. So don't be afraid, Sagittarius. Sagittarius is so like, I don't know what it is about you guys, but you just kind of withhold your magic, and you withhold, like, I just would feel so confident if I was a Sagittarius. I would think. So I don't know, guys. Just take a risk. You know, it takes confidence and courage to take a risk, and you definitely have that, okay? So make sure that you're doing that. If you find yourself in a risky situation, just know that this is the universe's way of incarnating with you. In that Sagittarius is just one of those signs. In Scorpio, you know, you guys are the risk takers this month. And, you know, it's kind of hardcore. You got to take a risk sometimes. You don't always get to know, like, the answer to things before you do it. So, you know, whatever that may mean to you, Sagittarius, but you're going to come to the edge of something, and you're going to have to jump. And maybe someone will catch you, maybe they won't. But that's the whole part of taking a risk, okay? It's trusting yourself and trusting the universe. So that was your past, present, and future reading, but I have a couple more cards to show you. At the bottom of the deck for the light is stay, all right? So this talks about not leaving a certain situation. It talks about not giving up. This talks about not disappearing and going ghost on certain people. So there are certain situations in your life that are going to remain steady. And there are going to be certain things that don't change, okay? There's certain things that the universe wants to stay in your life. So this may be certain people staying with you. This may be you staying. I see angels staying with you because there's 2 angels on this card, okay? And they're in a different universe and in a different realm. So this may even be the universe calling out for you to stay in the certain consciousness that you're at, Sagittarius. Whatever this may mean to you, this is a very vague message, and it can mean millions of different things for all of you. but the universe is showing you that the underlying undertone of your light reading, that you already know you are understood in freedom, stay in that already know energy. Stay feeling understood and stay free, okay? So for the night, Sag, we do have deceit coming up, okay? Interesting to that will be underneath stay. So spirit might be keeping you in a certain situation so that you're not deceived, all right? There are certain energies in your life right now that are deceiving you. That's what I see from the dark. And see, I like the dark because the light would not have showed you this. The light just lets people deceive you. I'm just kidding. But, certain cards are made for certain reasons. And this is a dark, mysterious woman that is not telling the truth. Okay, she's deceitful. And I don't know if this is a man or a woman for you, but this girl in your life, or this person, okay, this is an energy, not a woman or a man. It could be a job situation, a family situation. You could be deceiving your damn self. I don't know. But just be careful, Sagittarius. That's why the universe is asking you to stay free and stay understanding and stay intuitive. Because if not, you're going to wander down the path of deceit. And you don't want to wind up in the dark like that. So I just wanted to show you that there, Sagittarius. And I just want to recap your reading a little bit here to make sure we're on the same page. So for your past, we had you already know and summon. The light is showing you that you already know, and the dark is showing you a summoning. So in some circumstances, you may already know what you summoned, Sagittarius. You may already know what was summoned for you. The dark may have summoned the fact that you already know for you. It may be your darkness that allows you to already know certain things, okay? So I think that's what that means for your past. And this is where you're coming from. This is the energy that you're coming from and moving from. So you're coming from a place where you already knew a lot of things, where your intuition was very strong. And you're coming from a place of manifestation, okay? Summoning, if you don't like that word, if it's kind of weird, sounds like demonic, well, just think about it as manifestation. Because manifestation and summoning are very, very alike. So you already know what you're manifesting, Sagittarius, and you already know what you're summoning. And I would just have confidence, okay, because you guys are way too magical to stay below the radar right now. Like, come out on this Pisces full moon and do some magic, do some rituals, do some certain things to get your magic alchemizing, okay? Because you guys are such magical people, okay? You're ruled by Jupiter with me, so. And for your light, for your present, this is your present moment, Sagittarius. You are understood, and we have cycles. So what this is telling me is that the cycles you're going through, they're understood by the angels. You may not understand them completely yourself, but it helps to know that there are higher beings that understand us, right? So the cycles are going to give you a certain understanding, and you are understood because of the cycles you go through in life. So the dark is encouraging you to continue on these cycles and continue on this path of evolution, okay? That's what cycles mean. Cycles allow us to evolve. And the light is telling you that no matter what changes you go through, Sagittarius, no matter how much you change, you will always be understood by the light. That is beautiful. So in your past, we have the light showing you freedom, and we have the dark showing you a risk. And now these cards are very, very similar. Do you see how these ladies are kind of falling in a similar way? This lady is falling forward, and this lady is falling forward. Okay, that's very interesting. It's kind of like, okay, let's put them like this. This lady took a risk to jump, and look at how peaceful she's flying. So whatever it is that you don't know the answer to, Sagittarius, you do know the answer to it. You already know. So why not take a risk? You know what I mean? You are completely free to take a risk. And it's like these two women are the light and the dark aspects of each other. They're both in white. They both look very similar. These are two completely different decks, but the way that these cards came up, like, I mean, their feet are pointed the same way. They're both angels. Well, she doesn't have wings. So that's interesting that I just noticed that. Because in this card, we have a woman who is literally falling, and she does not have wings to fly. Okay, it's kind of like the bird in the nest when the mama bird kicks the baby bird out of the nest to try to teach it to fly. Well, that's what this kind of feeling feels like. It's kind of like falling freely without knowing if you're going to be caught. But here you are with wings, Sagittarius, and you have the freedom to fly. But it is about taking a risk, okay? It's very much about taking that risk because the universe wants to test you about how much you know. If you really already know, if you can summon things, and if you're going through these cycles of already knowing and understanding, and if you're going through these cycles of risk taking and freedom, then you should be able to just take that leap of unknown. Okay, we have to do these things in life sometimes, and whatever that means to you, Sagittarius, it feels very important, I will say that. And I would just really watch I would really watch The Deceit. Okay, that's just one thing I would watch. Definitely don't take a risk for deceitfulness. Okay, but overall, Sagittarius, this feels like a very positive reading. This is pretty interesting. I hope you could relate to it. Let me know if this is beneficial and helpful to you. I'm sorry, I just get kind of stuck on Sagittarius energy sometimes. It's very magical. All these cards are like very magical cards. I'm not sure if you can see, but there's like a summoning of cycles going on here. But I don't know, Sagittarius. Who knows with you guys? But I do appreciate you watching my video. I appreciate your likes and subscribes and your shares and all of that stuff. I'm really passionate about this kind of thing. This is like what I want to do for a living, and this is only the beginning. One day soon, I'll probably have my own office, and I won't have to sit in the kitchen of my very old parents' house. Crazy things happening with me, but things happen for a reason. And just know that I'm with you in spirit, and that I try really hard for each and every zodiac sign every month. And I put a lot of energy into this kind of stuff. And it's really hard in Virgo season to make mistakes and to not be perfect, because by far these readings are not perfect, but I definitely just follow my intuition and try. So, all right, Sagittarius, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of September. And, I just want to remind you to really keep that magic strong, okay? I need your help tomorrow. I need your guys' help tomorrow around the Pisces full moon. I'm going to need that Sagittarius energy to kind of help with the Jupiter side of things, okay? So, all right, guys. Other than that, we're going to talk in October. Maybe we'll talk a little bit later this month, too, but who knows? All right, bye, Sag.